academy. I struggled in the years of university trying to understand and to make sense of the lack of education in Africa across the entire continent about our own history and our own cultures.
Yes.
Sadly, I came to realize as I continued my studies in university that wasn't a mistake. I thought that maybe, no, we didn't just realize. It wasn't a mistake. It was a construct. It was a structure to make sure that Africans are and remain dependent mentally. And this, for me, as we do celebrate our independence years, we are celebrating 60 now, this year. 60 years of independence for the Gambia. We are still yet political independence is one type of independence. The other two are equally, if not more important, and that is economic independence and mental independence. And that one we have not yet realized. And that is because, unfortunately, when colonization came to Africa, one of the most important things that was done was to attack and implement and infiltrate the education system to make sure that the mentality of dependence and inferiority was completely immersed within the mentality of every single African growing up within a colonized society. Since independence, sadly, we still have not freed ourselves from those education systems. So I wanted to open an academy, not just to bring education, but to bring a different type, and to say, instead of saying, this is important, now I wanted to show the world what happens when you expose young people to a different type of education. We complain about the huge number of people that are leaving African countries. They don't leave because they want to leave. They leave because of necessity. And that also is a failure of our education systems in Africa. We do not educate people with the right tools and skills to succeed and build their own nations. We leave young people with very little hope for a future to put a living and put food on the table. That's bare basic need. Most people want food on the table, a roof over their head, and a proper future for the young people. But that's something that we still fail to succeed in. So now, this academy, what I have built, is an education system that exposes young people to their languages, their culture, their history, and their traditions every day as a normal part of their academic education.
Yeah.
It also equips them every single day when they graduate. My mission is not to give them a certificate, not to give them a qualification that cannot be used within their own country, that cannot get them a job within their own country. My mission after 10 years is to make sure that I have young entrepreneurs. I have young people who understand how to develop their own country, how to build the economy, how to build infrastructure, how to develop our electricity, our water, our food, our agriculture. These are things that we are still failing to do, and yet we are importing 98% of what we need into our own countries. Doesn't make sense. 60 years out of independence, why are we still suffering from that cycle? So now, I'm extremely proud, after 10 years now of being open, that this is the generation that I am building. Siddiqui is representing every other young Ghanaian that is in my academy right now. I have filmmakers, I have photographers, graphic designers, I have young people who are going into building solar systems. I have young artists, young musicians. These are the future of the young people that I want to see tomorrow. Not graduating with a piece of paper, but graduating with a career and a life that will contribute to the development and the future of our nations. This is my mission in my life. And I want to say a big thank you. I always say this everywhere I go. Because when you are structurally trying to undermine a system, you often cannot get support that you need. So what I do is I keep touring the world. I keep performing so that every single thing that I earn goes back to the academy. Not one of my students has ever paid a single dime to attend this academy for the past 10 years. And that has been thanks to you. Thanks to the audiences around the world. Every single one of you who has supported me. Every single one of you listen to me on YouTube, Spotify, you name it. Thank you, because you have allowed me to fulfill my dreams. And I hope and pray that I continue to be able to do just that. So thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, all of the followers that I have, thank you for supporting me and believing in me. Before we go, I'll just let you know there is a tent, I think, somewhere behind that is selling CDs. And I told you we have young graphics. You know, he's a musician, but he's also learning graphics too, and also now teaching as well at the academy. And he's designed some t-shirts that are also for sale there. For my CDs, the proceeds is what keeps my students in school. So please know that when you buy a CD, the revenue is going to the academy. But I will be over there at some point after the show. I want to say thank you once again to every single one person here. Thank you so much.